Spacestation, hold on, Tools. This is insane. Spacestation have a 2-1 lead in the series, but Complexity 3-1 so far in this game. 1 minute and 46 seconds left.
Spacestation probably doesn't want to see another game 5, right? Like, they haven't had much success with them in this tournament yet. They were up 2-0 in this series. Complexity's working on that reverse sweep, and I'll say, I mean, they had to go through getting the job done on a flag map that very much benefits Spacestation in game 3. Now game 4, they're up 2 in this King of the Hill. This is a rough situation for Spacestation.
I want to point out, Tony brought this up a couple of times, and I 100% agree with them. Complexity roster is not a roster that has the firepower that some of these other rosters have. They instead have that slow, methodical pace, but the intelligence of Ryu to make those massive plays. And I agree with him. It would be great to see a team kind of break the meta and make something like this work. Of course, we are online. I understand all of this, but Complexity looks solid. They look solid, at least in this series.
For Complexities, I think there's a lot of pressure that's placed on the shoulders of Huss and Breaking Shot to really lead the slays in every game, especially Breaking Shot's in there as that X factor. He's supposed to be that top slayer, but Huss, there's so much pressure for him to play consistent. If he doesn't have good games, it's just not possible for Complexity. So far, I mean, you're seeing the difference that happens when he has a good game. This guy's unbelievable as well when he gets himself going. That engine is incredible from him. His ability to move on the map and find multi-kills, it cannot be understated. If Huss can keep up this pressure, they have a chance in the series.
Well, he was at 25 when we started watching him. He's now at 28 kills, so the pressure has been kept up. 30 seconds left. And Complexity are content with leaving this hill. There's no reason to get in this hill, because even if Spacestation cap this one, they need to cap another one within 20 seconds of time. Huss going down. 2 players in front of him. Not going to hit either one of those shock rifle shots. Can Spacestation do this? They guarantee this hill, but can they guarantee the next in 20 seconds?
It's gonna be tough because White is such a strong position for players just to deny access to hill. Stellar has camo, but you can't do this. You can't let neutral time go off the clock. You have to be back in this hill quickly. Yeah, Stellar wants to go free. Out of it. He wants to go free. Like, he wants to get up on the map with that camouflage, but he has no option to do so. He's forced to stand in hill, and it's just a shame because you want to do so much more with this camouflage.
Breaking Shot's gonna jump up onto the camo jump. Because of that, he takes a nade, ends up going down. Ryu with no shields as well. He goes down. 3 dead for Complexity. Huss coming off a spawn.
They have completely shut down Complexity on this hill so far. And now they are so close to capturing this hill. How has Complexity not been able to even push Stellar out?
They only needed 20 seconds, apparently. Complexity stepping the hill for a second here, just to contest Eco. Ties it up. 3-3, baby.
How in the world? He was last alive. Complexity weren't able to get the kill soon enough, and now it's Next Hill wins.
My goodness gracious. Next Hill wins. Bound. Pushing towards Legend on that long haul side. There is a player, that is Rain, on the back side of Hydro. Eco has to win this fight to 2v1, 2 down. For the side of Spacestation Gaming, make that 3 dead. They get trades. But that hill in the blue pipes is going to be very difficult to control, especially when you're 4 dead. It is SSG that'll get hill time.
These are games that break mentals. I don't know how you go to practice the next day and have a good attitude when you lose a game like this. Complexity, they had it in their hands. Spacestation have dominated the last 2 hills. There has been no time pushed off this clock. It is a desperate push for Complexity, but they're separate. They're scattered to the wind. They're pushing down middle. There's nothing they can do. SSG have dominated this hill.
This is what makes the big 3 the big 3. Being dominant in close situations like that. Spacestation Gaming, what would have been a game 5, come through with a 3-1 series finish versus Complexity.
An absolute brutal finish. We go into that second to last hill with less than 30 seconds on the clock. That time that went off the neutral clock was because a Stellar wanted to get forward with the camouflage. There was never a contest from Complexity. How did they let that one slip by?
It's crazy to
SSG
me.
clutch up.
It's crazy to me, man. You want to get out with that camo. Like you said, you want to create space, but maybe the play was sitting in the hill. You can't see the camo player that well in the batteries. It is very difficult to see camo in the batteries. Unless you throw a nice nade, you are not spotting that camo. And to be honest, I maybe saw 2 nades thrown at that hill, maybe 3 total in the span of the entire hill being taken by SSG. Absolutely insane with a performance like that out of Huss. 31 and 21 with 11 assists, a 13.7 KD. It is Complexity that don't make it happen. SSG come through with the 3-1.
Incredible. I mean, and you guys said it. It's just SSG. You know, it's SSG. This is what they do. And man, Complexity. They does it all come down to just consistency from the players? You guys were talking about Huss and breaking shot, having that Slayer pressure. What does Complexity need to do to be able to combat Spacestation Gaming?
I think it's more SSG being perfect, and that's the thing that's the difference between the top 3 and the rest of the teams. Is there's a flip that can be switched at any point in time, and SSG, Optic, FaZe, Shopify, those teams can win at any moment. You just give them an opportunity, a sliver of a chance, and that's the consistency that we're talking about. They just are unbelievable when they're playing at their highest level. There's no one that can keep up, and you can see, I mean, they could have won the next 2 hills that they kept playing that same way with 10 seconds left on the clock. There was nothing Complexity can do. It was a child running into a giant.